What's new, crew? Welcome back to my channel. If you're new, my name is Cassandra, and today I wanted to talk about this blog post that I have just kind of stumbled upon and got to reading, and I thought, you know what, I'm going to talk about that. We're just going to go down the list of things. It is from easybudgetblog.com, and the article is called 16 Things You Can Stop Buying to Save Money Each Month. It was published in August of 2021. I will link the blog post down below for you guys, and then you can check out the blog and see if there's anything else that like tickles your fancy. So obviously we're going to be talking about 16 things to stop buying to save money month to month. I thought this was a cool thing to talk about, so let's go ahead and hop in. The very first thing that they're saying to stop buying to save money, of course, is fast food. I think everybody can agree on this. It's almost like we all know that if we cut out fast food, we're gonna save a bunch of money, but sometimes push comes to shove, or we just get too busy, or we get too hungry, let's be honest. So, but this blog is saying that most people spend between $100 and $500 a month on fast food. I don't know how accurate that is, but if that is true, that is crazy, but I can totally see how that would add up really quickly. We are a family of 5, soon to be a family of 6, and I know for sure, depending on like what fast food chain we go to, it can be really pricey. We just went through KFC the other day and we got like a big family bucket of chicken and stuff, and it was $50. $50. We didn't get drinks or anything. We just got like the big bucket of chicken and the sides and stuff, and I was flabbergasted how pricey it was. Me and my husband didn't even like check the price on the menu before we ordered it. We just kind of ordered it and we were gonna come home and eat, and when the lady told us that our total was $50, we both were shocked. We like clutched our pearls. We looked at each other. We were like, we are not doing this again. Number 2 is bottled water. Once again, this blog post makes a really good point, and it's saying even if you spend $1 a day for every day of the month, you're still spending $30 a month. And just doing some quick math, 30 times 12 is 360. So if you buy 1 bottle of water every day at $1, you're spending $360 a year on bottled water, which is crazy, especially considering that you can get a reusable water bottle from Walmart for like, I don't know, 10 bucks, 12 bucks, depending on which one you kind of want to pick. So plus, let's not mention all of the waste that comes from bottled water. Number 3 hits me, and it's coffee takeout. I think this might be one that most people that watch my channel might struggle with, is just those drive-through coffees. I write in my budget for the month 1 coffee a month. That's it. And this is actually really easy for me to abide by. 1, because I don't work, so it's not like I'm driving out to work every single day and I'm just gonna pick up coffee on my way to work or something like that. Also, I live 25 minutes away from the nearest coffee shop, so that's a 50-minute round trip, and I don't know how many of us would drive 50 minutes round trip for a $9 thing of coffee, when it is much more convenient for me to make a like 25-cent cup of coffee at home and put my own whipped cream on it and some caramel drizzle or whatever, you know what I mean, and make it feel like it's a Starbucks or a McDonald's or a Dunkin' Donuts, like whatever is your favorite. Yeah, this blog says if you are spending at least $5 on your favorite coffee shop every day, you are spending about $100 a month. That is crazy. Think about if you could put $100 in your savings every single month, or put $100 in like towards your car payment, or an extra $100 in a college fund, or like whatever you're working on, or what you and your family deem to be like the most important. Imagine being able to just have an extra $100 to put down on that. That's crazy. I think in hindsight, we know that things are expensive, but we never actually sit down to think about how it adds up, maybe like throughout the year or monthly, and then it's like, wow, I spent, like, even if that you spend $100 a month on coffee, think about that throughout the year. That's $1,200 a year you're spending on Starbucks or whatever it is. That is crazy. Number 4 is prepackaged foods, and this one I think is the most like, might be a little bit impractical to just say I'm not gonna buy them at all anymore, because we all have seasons. If you guys just watched my last grocery haul, Actually, I don't even know if that's going up because some of my footage got corrupt, which is really unfortunate. But if my October one isn't going up, I just bought some prepackaged foods for after this baby is born, or boxes of mac and cheese, or things of SpaghettiOs, or things like that. It's to say that you're never gonna buy it again, or to cut it out completely, is really, really hard. Just off of that convenience factor, right? We're paying more money because it's convenient. But man, oh man, I really have tried to limit it, especially over the last 2 or 3 years. I've really tried to limit how much of a consumer I'm being and trying to be more of like a producer and growing our own food and all of that stuff. But yeah, prepackaged foods are getting insanely priced, but there are still some that I think are really good budget deals that I still will keep around just for those convenience things. Number 5 is sale items that you don't need. And this one gets me. This one definitely gets me because I am a bargain shopper, and if I'm walking down the clearance aisle and I see something that's a good price, I usually will get it. But there are certain things, right? They have to fall under certain categories. Like if they're household, if I think that they'll make a good gift for somebody, or they're, I don't know, I guess I do have reasons or like method to the madness of the clearance shopping. But yeah, just because it's a good deal doesn't mean you need it, especially if you're just going to end up decluttering it 6 months from now or a year from now. Or all it's going to do between the time you bring it home and the time you declutter it is sit in the back of a closet, then of course it's not a good deal. Even if you only paid $4 for it, it's still $4. Number 6 is name brand products, and this one specifically I think is talking more about the quality of ingredients, like in foods. And this is 100% true. I used to work at a cheese factory like way back before me and my husband were even married. It was my first job straight out of high school, and it was terrible. I hated working at the cheese shop, but we made and packaged all sorts of cheese there, and we didn't just package like our brand of cheese, which it was the most expensive brand of cheese in our area. We also packaged Aldi's cheese, like Happy Farms. We packaged Walmart's cheese, the Great Value stuff, and it all came out of the same batches. It was all made with the same milk. It was all the things. It was just a different label that we slapped on it, and that's truly all it is. And that's true with most things like corn and green beans, and a lot of your things like that are just, they're all processed in the same plant. They all come off the same fields, like they're coming out of the same crop. It's just whatever label is getting slapped on the outside of the can. I will say though, sometimes name brand is just better. It took my husband years to get off of Kraft mac and cheese. He still, I think, probably prefers it, but it's been so long since I've bought in a Kraft mac and cheese. I don't even think he really realizes that the taste isn't any different in the Aldi mac and cheese. Same thing with ketchup. I've bought an Aldi ketchup for years and years. I can't even remember the last time I bought like a Heinz bottle of ketchup. Number 7 is gym memberships or subscriptions. I'm pretty sure it's talking about like Peloton subscriptions and things like that. But the thing is, I think that this might be something that's worth paying for, especially if your gym also provides childcare. We paid for a gym membership back when we were very first married, I think for our first year of marriage. My husband was in basic for most of that time, but we got a couples membership. Even though he wasn't there to use it, the couples membership was cheaper, plus it covered the childcare with my subscription, and it was like $50 a month to be able to drop London off at the childcare place right in the gym, and I could watch her play and work out and do all of my things. It was well worth it, well worth it. Nowadays though, I wouldn't pay for a gym membership. We have gym equipment in our house and stuff, but I think if you're in a certain season of life and you want a gym membership and it's a good price, I think go for it. Same with like a Peloton subscription. I don't have a Peloton. I've never had a subscription to anything like that. But I think when it comes to personal fitness, maybe the subscription is worth it. That's just my personal opinion, but for somebody else, it totally might not be. And you might just want to be able to look up YouTube videos, which I do mostly, or I'll just go out and buy a workout DVD. I love Jillian Michaels workout DVDs. I have a whole closet full of them. Number 8 is cable TV. And we are almost in the year 2023. And if you still are paying for cable, I'm wondering what you're doing. That's just me personally, but maybe this is your gym membership and you're like, no, I need my cable TV. Like, I like having my dish or whatever it is. I know people like that. My grandma would probably rather drop dead than get rid of her dish TV, and that's just what it is. So if it's really important to you, it's important to you. But yeah, I save so much money just by paying for like Netflix, and we rotate our subscriptions. So we'll have Disney Plus for a while, then we'll have Netflix for a while, Hulu for a while, you know what I mean? We'll like rotate through them and just pause our subscriptions. Usually in the winter though, we will keep all of our subscriptions active because we can't go outside and play, and like we're not going on adventures and stuff with the kids. But in the summertime, we usually will only hold one subscription to one streaming service at a time because we want our kids to be outside and playing and doing things, and we want to be outside and doing things, so we're not really watching the TV anyways. So we'll just kind of pause all of our subscriptions for a while and then pick it back up like before the snow flies. 9 is new books and magazines. I don't think I've ever bought a magazine in my life. I can see where the books comes from, because in the world of like Kindles and ebooks and what are those? Like not the podcasts. I don't even know what the heck they're called. Those read aloud books. What is that called? Audible. There we go. The pregnancy brain was really hitting me for a second. But in the world of Audible and Kindles and like downloadable books and stuff, I can totally see why would you pay $25 for a book when you can pay $2.99 and download it. I get that. So I respect that. But there's something for me about a hard copy book that I love so much. I have a Kindle and I almost never use it. There's something about having a physical book in my hand that seems much more relaxing to me and feels much more fulfilling. I don't really like looking at a screen. I dislike it very much actually. But you can always find books on like Facebook Marketplace that people are selling, or every time I go into Goodwill, I'll look through their book section and just buy a couple books for like 50 cents, $1, whatever it is. Same with garage sales. People are usually selling books and you can get some good ones that way. Number 10 is new cell phones. I don't know anybody like this personally, but that will like as soon as the new phone drops, they'll go in and get a new phone and stuff. I'm the person that I'll have a phone update for like 9 months, a year, and I still haven't used it. I just don't upgrade my phone that much. Number 11 is paper towels. And I went, I think like 3 or 4 years without buying any paper towels at all. I didn't buy them. I just didn't buy them. I replaced my paper towels with just like cleaning washcloths and everything reusable. So of course we know that paper towels are bad for the environment and all those things. So number 12 is talking about haircuts at a salon, and Joe cuts his own hair. Joe cuts Colt's hair. I give myself my own bang trims because I don't want to pay, I'm pretty sure it's $8 at the salon where I go to do a bang trim. But like I said, I live 25 minutes away, so to drive 50 minutes to pay $8 for a bang trim seems a little bit much for me. So I just bought a pair of hair cutting scissors, like a hair cutting kit, and I cut my own hair. I go in probably 2 or 3 times a year and have them do it for me, but other than that, I do all of my own stuff, and then I'll trim off the girls' hair. So Joe cuts him and the boys, and I cut me and the girls. Number 13 is beverages, and this one hits me hard because I love Diet Coke. I'm sure we all have something that we love to drink, right? We usually will keep lemonade packets in the house for the kids. We'll do things like that. During the winter time, like you guys have seen in my grocery hauls, we'll keep juice in the house because it just helps keep that immune system a little bit stronger, gives them a boost and some extra like vitamins and minerals that maybe they're not taking in otherwise. But yeah, beverages, that can add up. Number 14 is name brand medicines, and that one's a really touchy subject, so I'm not even gonna touch that one. But yeah, I can see that, but at the same time, I prefer, you know, the name brand maybe. I don't know. I guess it depends on what medicine that we're getting, because if it's aspirin, I'll buy the off-brand stuff. Number 15 is bank fees, and I think maybe I'm a little young to remember like what bank fees are, because we have the like withdrawal protection and things like that on our bank accounts. But does your bank account charge bank fees such as minimum account maintenance fees, minimum account balance fees, overdraft fees, foreign transaction fees, and more? Wow, I like the way that they offered that. This is likely to incur any of those fees. Then consider switching to a bank that offers basic bank accounts with no banking fees, which is what we do. Our bank doesn't have banking fees, so that's how we do that. Oh, 16 is cigarettes and alcohol. Yeah, that is so expensive. So expensive. If you guys didn't know, I'm 20. Am I 24 or 25? Oh my gosh, I think I'm 25. A lot of people my age, like that I went to high school with, and obviously you're scrolling social media and stuff, they're still kind of out and living their best life in their 20s. But me and my husband talk about all the time how much money we save having kids instead of going out drinking. Like some of our old classmates do. And I'm like, you know what, I bet we spend about the same amount of money raising a family as they do like drinking and bar hopping and doing things like that. I bet it's about the same. But yeah, cigarettes and stuff, I can't imagine how those prices have went up through like the course of 2020 and stuff. I'm only assuming they went up in price. I don't know. But yeah, that is a lot. So just like that is 16 things that you can stop buying or maybe limit buying, things like that, to help save you money throughout the course of your month. And if you're saving money throughout the course of a month, obviously you're saving money in the course of a year. I thought this was really cool, a really cool article to talk about, because heading into December, I'm going to be talking to you guys about No Spend January, which I have done for 2 years now and I absolutely love. Make sure you subscribe if you want to see how I run my family off of a budget grocery shopping, household budget tips, all those things. I'll link some playlists down below for you if you feel like catching up, and I will see you guys in another video. Bye.
I've seen a lot of change, been through a lot of pain. Some things are not the same as they were a year ago, but all will be okay.